Maria Ilagan Orosa Ataaleña was born on November 29, 1893. One might say, do we really have a recipe for creating heroes? Truly, Maria Orosa was exceptional. A teacher, pioneer and organizer, civic leader, war heroine, and a humanitarian. She lived during the most difficult time in Philippine history. In her entire lifetime, she was dedicated to help her kababayans and those imprisoned during the cruel and horrifying World War II. She was simply a hero who worked up to her last breath. Wounded, helpless, alone, somewhere in Malate during liberation time. Her mission? To make every Filipino family self-sufficient in terms of food, health, and nutritional needs. Maria Orosa was a pharmaceutical chemist and home economist. She is remembered for her outstanding food discoveries and inventions. She produced the calamansi nip, a desiccated and powdered form of calamansi that was used to make calamansi juice. The famous banana ketchup that we regularly dip our chicken into was her invention. She came up with 24 different wines from native fruits, and she experimented that cassava and banana flour are better than wheat flour. She canned concentrated health foods. She also invented soyalak, a powdered preparation of soybeans, a magic food preparation which helped save lives of thousands of Filipinos, Americans, and other nationals who were held prisoners in different Japanese concentration camps during World War II. Maria came from a family of professionals and overachievers in their own fields. She was the fourth child among 8 of Simplicio Agoncillo Orosa and Juliana Ilanan Orosa from Taal, Batangas. Her brother, Engineer Vicente Ilagan Orosa Sr., became the Secretary of Public Works, Transportations, and Communication during President Quirino's administration. Another brother is pioneer Dr. Sixto Y. Orosa Sr. Her niece is Philippine national artist in dance, Leonor Orosa Goquinco, and celebrated cultural journalist Rosalinda L. Orosa. Brave and selfless, Simplicio was a captain of the steamboat Bulosan, the first Philippine Navy ship which transported Filipino revolutionaries, guns and ammunitions during the Philippine Revolution. He joined the Philippine Commission that lobbied in Washington and Paris for the recognition of Philippine independence by the United States. Her mother, Juliana Ilagan, operated a general store in Bawan, Batangas in 1900. Maria studied elementary and high school in Batangas. Maria was independent-minded as a young girl. Since her mother was widowed early, she helped mind the family store, which supported the education of all the children. After 1 year of study at the College of Pharmacy, University of the Philippines, defying convention, she decided to board a States-bound steamer as a stowaway. She was in the United States for 6 years, from 1916 to 1922. Working her way through college, she earned her Bachelor of Science in Pharmaceutical Chemistry, BS degree in Food Chemistry, University of Seattle, Washington. She also had BS degree in Pharmacy and Masters of Science degree in Pharmacy on the same university. To support her studies, Maria lived in the YMCA and worked as assistant to the dean at the College of Pharmacy of Washington University. In the summer, she worked at a cannery in Ketchikan, Alaska. Upon finishing her studies at the University of Seattle, she was appointed assistant chemist in the state of Washington on the basis of her impressive academic records. But being a true Filipina, she returned and became a teacher. She taught home economics at Centro Escolar University. A year later, she moved to the Bureau of Science as chemist. Accompanied by the so-called Orosa girls as demonstrators, they traveled throughout the country to promote public and private health through a nutrition program. The Philippine government sent her to various countries as a state scholar to specialize in food processing and canning. When she returned to the Philippines, she was appointed head of the Home Economics Division of the Bureau of Science. She established the Homemakers Association of the Philippines, which in 1941 had a list of 537 member clubs nationwide. Club members engage in home industries such as making slippers, rugs and baskets, child care, meal planning, poultry raising, food preparation, preservation, and gardening. Banana ketchup and soyalac were by no means Orosa's only legacies. She also found a way to create vinegar from pineapple and jelly from guava, cotton fruit or santol, mango, and other fruits. Her creativeness and drive to process local products knew no bounds. She developed banana starch and flour from banana and cassava. She also used darak, or otherwise called tiki-tiki or rice bran in English, into rice bran cookies, muffins, and hotcakes. This is supposed to be an effective treatment for patients suffering with beriberi, an ailment caused by thiamine deficiency. She invented a palayok oven for barrios without electricity and economic baking. She preserved adobo, mechado, dinuguan, kilawin, and escabeche, replaced soft drinks with mango, santolada, and calamansi, and used peanuts for culinary oil and salad oil. She produced the first frozen mangoes and exported them to America. Former Education Secretary Alejandro Roses recognized the Philippines' original chef when he said, "Over 700 recipes were prepared and kitchen tested by Miss Orosa, which became the source and references for countless recipe books and cookbooks that have been published through the years." A heroine and humanitarian. In time of war, as in peace, her service and patriotism came to the fore. When World War II broke out, she joined the Markings guerrillas and was designated captain. She fed and cared for Allied prisoners in enemy concentration camps in Tarlac, Pampanga, Laguna, and at the University of Santo Tomas in Manila. With her magic food, the soyalac and darak biscuits, she saved thousands of such prisoners who would have otherwise died of hunger. At one point, her family pleaded for her to return to Batangas. She refused to leave Manila at war. In her words, "I am a soldier, and soldiers do not leave their post. I cannot, in conscience, abandon my work and my girls." Death in the line of duty. During an intense fighting between the Japanese and American liberating forces, Orosa was hit by shrapnel while performing her job at the Bureau of Plant Industry building in Malate, Manila. She was immediately taken to the Malate Remedios Hospital for emergency treatment. However, while being treated, the hospital was bombed and another shrapnel hit her directly in the heart, thus causing her instant death on February 13, 1945. Her remains, together with those of 70 others, were buried at the yard of the Malate Catholic School. She was 52 years old. Philippine tributes to a hero. To perpetuate her memory, the government has named after her a street stretching from TM Calao to Padre Faura in Ermita, Manila, as well as a building in the Bureau of Plants and Industry. She was one of the 19 scientists who were conferred awards on the occasion of the 65th anniversary of the Institute of Science and Technology. On November 29, 1983, the National Historical Institute installed a marker in her honor at the Bureau of Plant Industry in San Andres, Manila. The Batangas province, on its own, installed a bust and plaque in her honor at Laurel Park at the Provincial Capitol Complex. Former President Carlos P. Garcia declared every November 29 Maria Orosa's birthday as Home Extension Day to honor her founding of Home Extension Service, which taught barrio housewives different ways to earn income and improve their homemaking skills. She also received the American Red Cross Award for her selfless assistance in smuggling food for the American civilians interned at the UST campus, as well as for the soldiers in Capas, Dau, and Corregidor to keep them from starving to death. Citation was also given by the University of the Philippines and the Manila Central Post Office. They say, "It is not the honor that you take with you, but the heritage you leave behind. Let Maria Y. Orosa's legacy live on." We wish to give credit and extend our gratitude to Ms. Mai Atienza for her article on Maria Orosa published online this year. Also, to the Provincial Tourism and Cultural Affairs Office for the production of this video. Maraming salamat po.